Laura.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Thanks so much for doing this. I'm a big
Oh my
fan.
gosh, I'm sorry if you were like waiting. I don't, this is my first time doing any kind of like weird timed conversation, but I just keep pressing this plus button because I don't like it.
It's all good. It's all
How
good.
are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? Are you in where are you staying? Are you in LA, New York?
I am in the Los Angeles of California.
Sweet. How's
Where are
everything
you
over
at?
there?
It's fine, it's fine. It's life is what it is. How are you and where are you?
I am in Phoenix, so about
Okay.
6 hours south, north, wherever.
Yeah.
Things are probably the same.
Yeah, pretty, but it's much hotter where you are, dude. You're like in the desert, I feel.
It's nuts. It's like it's 90 degrees right now and there's no sun. It's just pitch black outside.
That's so weird.
But I love it.
Did you grow up there?
I grew up in New Jersey.
Whoa, so this is a big change for you.
Oh yeah, right outside Manhattan. So of course I was a big How I Met Your Mother fan growing up.
Oh yeah.
Probably get that all the time. I know that's
How
probably
old
like
are you? What age did you find it? What age did it come to you? Because you're younger than I am.
Yeah, so when you guys started 05, it was about I was like 6, 7 years old. So I probably discovered it like as you guys were wrapping up. So I had to catch up.
Right. It's so weird to me. Like I will meet somebody, like a kid who's like 13, and they're like,
yeah,
oh my God, How I Met Your Mother. I love it. I was like, you were not born, bro. Like when we started the show, you were not in existence.
I know.
And that's so wild.
That was like the one thing I kind of wanted to pick your brain about was the series finale. So
tell me what you think.
From the fan, so I personally loved it. I know there's a few of my buddies that I watched it with.
You are not one of the very few. One of the very few.
That's what I was gonna say. There was like a ton of mixed reactions for it, and like you being one of the stars of the show, like what did you think about it when you first got that script? Because like the final episode, to me, you guys could have done like 15 more seasons on that last episode alone.
It's 9 years was, I think, enough. I mean, I think first of all, we were like super lucky because it's so rare. First of all, like when you get that kind of a job, you think we're going to shoot a pilot episode, which is the very first episode, and that'll be it. And then we were lucky enough to get like 13 more episodes, and then we were able to get like a full season. And then it just kind of kept going. So it is such a rare thing to, in that first season, we shot video of the kids responding about, you think you're into Robin or whatever it was. And I
right.
Just in a minute. And we shot that in the first season, right? And then you cut to 9 years later, and you're able to air that, and you're able to like do that whole story with that bookend is very, very, very rare.
Yeah.
So quite honestly, I was so in it that I wasn't thinking about I think what was happening in the final season is there was a lot of pressure about like people can't find out about this.
Right.
There was a lot of like secrecy because you have to understand, like, our show was never, when we were doing it, it was never like a huge hit. So there was never like a demand for what's going to happen and spoilers. There was like no spoilers. We were able to like do our job and kind of go to work every day and people like the show. But that was the first season that we were very aware of scripts getting out,
right,
like ruining kind of the show for everybody. And I think that's kind of what sped up the timeline, like having like that last episode where it was like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, because I think they were so nervous about it leaking.
Right.
And obviously, I don't know how they would have done it with all the information now, or the general consensus now, but I mean, I think that their story was always like it was Robin and Ted, and he's the one telling the story.
Right.
But so much time had passed, and people became really into other partnerships, and so I think it was strange for some people. I like to think, and I think I said this recently, and people were very much disagreed with me. But I think that when you watch it, you know, the way that kids are watching it now, kids, they're not all children, but like
Right.
people who are discovering it for the first time, and they watch it from beginning to end, there is a bit more of a story. Like you're able to kind of still have that beginning of it, where when we were all watching it live, it was like Robin and Barney central, right? So
Right.
it felt weird to then turn back to that. But I think I've heard from people that that is the takeaway, that they understand that that is the story of it from the beginning. That was
Right.
very long-winded. I'm sorry, I was like, that was a very long answer.
It's all good. I mean, my second follow up to that would be like your favorite storyline overall, because like you said, like Ted ending up with Robin in the end. Like I think that's what everybody kind of assumed, even though you were dubbed Aunt Robin after what, the first episode, but still
Right,
people kind of assumed that
right.
that's the way things were going to end. But what was your personal favorite storyline from that entire series?
I mean, on a selfish level, I loved the Robin Sparkle stuff
Yeah.
because it was so weird and it was so strange to be like, I think it was second season, I think it was. And they kind of came at me and they were like, we're thinking about making Robin like a Canadian pop star from the 80s. And I was like, what? Like, okay. And then it all just kind of like came out and it all just kind of happened and it was became so beloved that it was just, and it was honestly, it was so much fun like shooting, because we shot 3 days, so we would shoot Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is, by the way, the best job in the world.
Oh yeah.
um but because of that, because of this shooting a music video on top, we shot like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it was just kind of like magic to be like, we're taking the whole day to shoot this silly music video. It was just so strange and joyful. You know what I mean? Like it was just really fun. So I loved that. I loved any time that they infused music into our show. Carter and Craig, who are our creators, they were in a band. They were like in a college
Yeah.
band together, and they sing like the opening, the ba 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 ba. That's them. That's their band. And so they always would like kind of infuse all of these cool, like obviously Neil is an amazing, he's
Oh
a
yeah.
Broadway musical theater actor, and Josh is too. But so there was that ability there anyway. So I always loved the episodes where they did that Robin Sparkles especially.
Do you ever get people that just come up to you and just start blasting out "Let's Go to the Mall"? Because that's like a hit
Not so
song.
much anymore. I used to, like, every time I do a panel, it comes up, but not so much anymore. It's kind of becoming a thing of the past, I guess.